Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. And yes, it's good. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And he gets the bucket. Now McCollum. It's Jones on the way. Kicks it out to McCollum. On the wing, Murray. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, Murray's got the range. It's the consistency he's looking for.
Sohan inside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Tone setting right here early. Love that tenacity.
Now here's Ingram. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, when Ingram gets the ball on the inside, his length can really help him out to create shot opportunities.
There aren't too many players with a skill set as diverse as Brandon Ingram.
Yes, Kevin, you got to appreciate the tools that Brandon Ingram possesses. That comes with a lot of hard work. But this guy can score over smaller defenders. He's creative enough to draw contact against bigger guys and use that quickness. He's always been a scorer, but his playmaking ability over the past couple seasons, that's something that's growing and is giving them a chance to be very competitive.
And now the latest. Omo reporter David Aldridge.
A little bit ago, Willie Green and I were able to chat. Now, Coach had nothing but respect when it came to Chris Paul. He said every aspiring young point guard should study CP3. He's an ideal floor general, a fierce competitor, and he always seems to make the right play. It's going to take a team effort defensively to slow down his impact. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. They trail by 1. It's Wembanyama at the elbow. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the game. When Zion came into the NBA, Brent, he was seen as a defensive liability. But, boy, has he made strides on that end of the floor.
Well, Kevin, consistency of being on the floor can help you with your offense, but we don't often talk about the learnings that come with being on the floor often defensively, making reads, understanding your opponents better. And I think Zion has suffered from those injuries, taking away his opportunities to become a better defender. We're seeing that improvement now.
Mr. Williamson. Rebound by Sohan.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Paul for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Now here's Murray. Here's McCollum. And that one's good. Williamson.
Not much you're going to do with Zion that close.
So it's the Spurs now. Here's Paul. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Paul's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Outside for Wembanyama. Second chance shot. And it's good on the way in. Timeout. Wembanyama's got 6.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
And timeout called by Willie Green. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Alvarado. And Brent, the Pelicans swept in the first round last year by the Thunder, and that Zion injury was very unfortunate and very untimely.
Oh, man, that was crushing. Williamson had 40 points in that play-in game, playing his best basketball, and then hurt very late in that contest. They really missed him, obviously, against OKC, and just bad luck for New Orleans last year.
So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar. A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Excellent D there by Johnson.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Into the lineup for the Spurs.
Here's Alvarado from down in the low post. It goes.
Well, Picasso couldn't have drawn that up any better. Perfect execution off the inbounds.
Here's Jones. The shot will not fall.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's San Antonio.
The Spurs. 19.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Here's Jones following the score by DeJounte Murray. Pass to Branham. The teardrop falls in.
John Collins, pretty fundamental. Nice job of finding a teammate.
Williamson outside. And here is Ingram. Back to Williamson. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Jones has it in the corner. To the inside. Williamson with the bucket. The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the off-season in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court.
McCollum. And here's Ingram from the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Ingram's got 5.
Brandon Ingram at that size constantly has a shooting window that's open.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David,
Kevin, thanks. DeJounte Murray is not one for the fast lane. He said, I come from all that stuff, but I've been done that. I'm a homebody. I'm focusing on basketball. There's a lot going on in this world, so it's about being smart. Kevin, growing up in South Seattle, he's seen it all. Back to you.
Yeah, you know, David, he counts himself fortunate to have escaped all of that. Thank you. Spurs leading by 8. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
The Pelicans made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Back to Johnson. Outside, Jones. Here he goes. Off on the layup. Pelicans trailed by 5. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Third team foul.
So it's the Pelicans now.
Substitution on the court.
Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Back to Jones. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
You scan around the league to look at young guys who might be pillars of teams moving forward. You know, Herb Jones could be one of those guys.
You know, Greg, with the combination of Wembanyama and Coach Greg Popovich, the Spurs should be a great defensive team.
Yeah, it's hard with a young roster because all 5 guys have to work in unison, and often someone's going to make a mistake.
And a wide open look for Wembanyama. That 3 off the mark. Williamson outside. Looking for Ingram. He gets it in there. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Ingram's got 5 points in the quarter.
How many times are we going to hear Zion's passing is underrated? Add this one to the list.
Paul with the bucket. Paul's got 6.
What about the courage right there? Sacrificing his body to get the high percentage attempt at the rim.
Paul with the steal. With the floater. Rejected by Ingram.
Ingram has that length to still be an effective shot blocker.
The Spurs have been good at the line so far. 5 of 5.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for New Orleans. 7-point differential. Right on the bucket. 9 points for Brandon Ingram.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court. Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
Well, the length of Ingram on display, outstanding at finding a lane, and then he explodes through it.
Barnes the screen. And the dunk by Barnes.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
There's that athleticism we talk about with Zion. What a dunk.
Wembanyama high post. And it's Wembanyama. Hand-to-hand combat inside.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Out to Ingram. Fires the 3. That's to Williamson. In the corner, it's Ingram. On the clock. They get it back. And it's Williamson missing. Paul right side. Outside for Wembanyama. Oh my, he'll go to the line with a chance for a 4-point play. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. For San Antonio, they've been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the San Antonio Spurs. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Good on the three-point shot. McCollum's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for New Orleans. If we're going to talk about, the craftiest players, Brent, in the NBA, where would you rank C.J. McCollum?
CJ is one of my favorite guards in the league to watch. This guy is not overpowering physically, Kevin, but his efficiency and the way that he is so smooth on getting to his scoring zones is something that I don't think we appreciate enough.
Some changes for New Orleans. Spurs making a switch here. Pelicans trail by 6. Pass to Tice. Here's Alvarado. To the paint. Tice, no good. Here's Barnes. It's rebounded by Robinson Earl.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
A jump hook. And it's Alvarado missing. Spurs leading by 6. Pass to Collins. Buries it down low. Collins has got his second basket of the game.
Even with the defense all over him, Collins sticking with it.
Here's Hawkins. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Vassell. The layup off target. On offense here are the Pelicans, trailing by 5. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
For New Orleans, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. Both good from the line that time.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Down low. Collins, good. Collins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Even under some pressure there, Zach Collins able to stay with it and score.
And so it's Willie Green here calling timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. San Antonio making a switch here. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Alvarado with it. Tice in the high post. It's deflected. Up top, Vassell. Count the basket. Now it's a 7-point Spurs lead.
Now, not shy about bringing it inside. Vassell is comfortable around the hoop.
Pass to Robinson Earl. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Pelicans shooting their 7th free throw attempts here. And the technical free throw is good. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Out to Ingram. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the Spurs. They've led by as many as 11 points. On the basket by Jones.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. That's in. Coming off an assist from Jones.
Pretty good floor awareness from Barnes there. When the break is on, he knows how to get out, get wide, and run.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Given no secret, the Pelicans will go as far as their star forwards, Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson, take them. Guard C.J. McCollum said, I think they've grown a lot. They're seeing how good we've been and how close we are to being great. That's motivation to keep taking the right steps and sacrifice whatever's required to get over that hump. Kevin?
And David, that hump has been pretty big for this team. I'm hopeful they're going to get over it. We thank you for the report. .130 left here in the third quarter. Right side, Jones. Williamson outside. Back to Jones. Clock at 6. Here's Ingram. The rebound by Johnson. San Antonio leading by 8. Lobbed up there for Collins. Ingram with the steal. Pass to McCollum. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
Well, C.J. McCollum can score in a lot of ways. Coming off of screens, playing with the ball, spot-up three-point shooting. Just a variety of ways to produce.
Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Sinks the three-pointer. Mamu Kelishvili has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pass to Ingram. From deep. Trains the three-pointer.
Woohoo, these teams are dueling, and Brandon Ingram answers back with a triple of his own.
Johnson with it. Defended by Jones. Left side, Jones. From deep, Johnson. And Jones pulls it down. Here's the break. Up the floor. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Jones looking for an opening. The shot, no good. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Spurs lead by 5. On New Orleans, back in a moment. Three-tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Spurs leading by 5. Here's Wembanyama.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Back to Williamson. Ingram wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Pass to Sohan. Zion Williamson grabs the miss. And it's the Pelicans' ball. New Orleans moving it around. Paul with the steal. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And here is Paul. Over Murray. And Paul gets it to go in. And the Spurs lead by 10.
Hard to stop CP3 when he's in the rhythm and he's in the mid-range. It's a deuce.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Wembanyama, that's for 2. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
There's Murphy using that length inside.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He knows every possession is critical now. The short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. Now, his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Spurs. They've led by as many as 11 points. Well, Greg, they're looking to make some big stops here to halt this rally.
And luckily, time is on their side, but this is on them. They need to play smart here.
And right now, people wanting to tune in as Brandon Ingram is putting on a show.
Pass to Sohan. Paul outside. Back to Sohan. 5 on the clock. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And the Spurs lead by 9.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
This one for 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
And if he gets a good look, Paul's going to make you pay from distance.
Pass to Ingram. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Jones with it. He's picked up by Paul. And here's McCollum for 3. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Here's Sohan. Nails the baby hook.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Wembanyama looking it over. That one goes in. Wembanyama's got 27 points.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
The shot's good from Paul.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Spurs.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Victor Wembanyama.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
Here's Wembanyama with plenty of space. Off target from the baseline. New Orleans with the ball. It's a 16-point game. McCollum no good. Pass to Wembanyama. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
And that's an intentional foul.
Number 25.
The first free throw is good.
Pelicans foul.
And so Paul nails both of them. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Third team foul.
And here are the Pelicans now. Inside. And stolen by Wembanyama. Three-pointer. Paul can't get it to go. Here's Messi. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.